What's going on? Peace, y'all. It's DJ Majestee. I'm Kavah King. This is the BA.R.S. Standoff. We're here to express our views and opinions. As we stated in the last episode, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you join our Facebook group too, the BA.R.S. Standoff, right?
Yes, indeed. Let's get this thing going. First thing out the gate, we're going to talk Born Legacy Supreme card coming up on the 29th. This is going to be a crazy card. They got a lot of interesting matchups. Sometimes it looks one way, but in all honesty, I think it's going to turn out a different way. We're going to talk about that. So let's get into the first thing. All right, we're going to talk the first matchup. First matchup we're going into is QP, Clean Paper. He's going against the infamous Reed Dollars, Philly. That's going to be an interesting one.
You know what's going to make us even more interesting is because I think that QP has more to prove. In his last battle against Twerk, you know, he had some haymakers, he had some lines, but, you know, he had a stumble, he had a choke. So I think at this point, his name is on the line and he's coming for heads. Like, honestly, I think he's going to try and take Reed Dollars' head off. Like, and that's a fact.
I'm going to call it right now. I think this could be the sleeper battle of the night. And I'm only saying that because you got two people, Clean Paper, Reed Dollars. Neither one of them can lose right now. They don't have space to lose. A bad QP is the end of QP. If he chokes again in this battle, QP is pretty much going to be on the shelf. They're going to be like, yo, sit down for 6 months. Reed Dollars. If Reed Dollars doesn't show and prove, they're going to be like, you know what? You need to go sit on the shelf for another 6 months. Both of them with something to prove. Both of them, when they were in their formidable bags, when they were at the pinnacle, when they were at the peak of their career, Reed Dollars was a monster. He was an absolute animal, hands down. And QP was definitely no slouch. His style when he's bouncing around, when he's doing the little spinning around and everything else like that. And you know what I don't like about you, dog?
Yeah.
When he goes into that and that's an equivalent to What's Your Life Like from Suge. And you know how those shake the room. As soon as he start with that, it's going downhill from there for his opponent.
Absolutely. You know what? I agree. I think it is going to be a sleeper battle, but I also need to hear a Rambo reference from Reed Dollars. Like, I got to hear a Rambo reference. Like, I got to.
He got to put
like, he got to put a Rambo. I mean, because that line is just immortal in battle rap history. Like, that's just not, everyone that's a true fanatic knows about that. Hit that Rambo reference.
Let me tell you something.
It has to happen.
Salute to Reed, salute to QP. But at the end of the day, we're going to have to call it down the board. So who you got?
I'm going with Clean.
How many?
I'm going with 2-1.
Clear?
2-1 debatable.
2-1
debatable. Because I'm not going to, I got a lot of respect for Reed. I think Reed is a phenomenal talent. So I'm not going to just dismiss this pen. Like, I'm not going to just, well, he whack, he corny. But I think that the angle, Clean Paper has more humor to him. He has all the components to entertain a crowd. So he has the bars, he has the charisma, he has the humor. So all those aspects combined, I think that he'll prevail against Reed Dollars.
I'm going to go on the record and say I got QP 2-1. QP 2-1 only because I don't think that Reed Dollars cadence, I think it's getting a little dated, and I don't think that a lot of the crowd is going to really vibe with it. If he switches up that cadence and he puts in some newer elements, I got Reed Dollars walking away with this clear. But if it's regular Reed Dollars that comes out there with the cadence, with the, you know, like, look at the Showing Against Chess, that same cadence. It's almost like a Philly cadence because he does it, Ness does it somewhat. They're both very similar with it. I don't think that translates to the new crowd. I got QP 2-1.
All right. Well, I agree.
Salute to them both.
Salute to them both, though, for
at
sure.
the end of the day, is what it is. Let's go to the next one. We're going to go New Jersey Twerk, Strapped In Madness, versus Pontiac's Ill Will. This is another one that, when you look at it on paper, it's interesting. A lot of people are quick to say Twerk is going to walk right through this kid.
How is that even possible? I'm sorry to cut you off, my brother. Forgive me. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
How is that even possible? Like, most of Twerk's rounds are him repeating his last bar, trying to keep that voice that can. I'm not knocking Twerk. I think he has bars. I think he can rap. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking the brother at all. However, if you look at his last battles, it's always repeating the same thing. It's always the same, trying to get up and get the energy to rock out. Like, I don't know how it's going to be a clear win for him.
Well, I'm gonna call it like this. To me, Jersey Twerk, I'm gonna keep it real with you. A lot of his bars, they do hit, but they hit on cam. Like he'll say things, like even in the Mike P battle, Twerk versus Mike P, which we will talk about another day, but Twerk versus Mike P, he had situations where he says bars and the crowd did not respond at all. But the playback value on cam, when you listen to the bar, you're like, ooh, that was hard. There were even bars that the crowd didn't respond to that Mike P was like, that was fire. He's standing next to him and he was like, yo, that bar was crazy. Like, and the crowd was not paying attention to it. But you gotta sometimes dumb down for your audience and double your dollars, like Jay-Z said. So at the end of the day, it's not about whether or not your bars are hard, it's whether or not your bars are effective. And if they're not effective, Ill Will knows how to translate his bars. He knows how to finesse the crowd. Ill Will is funny, he's energetic. He's gonna get in there and he's gonna get up on Twerk. Twerk has been the taller opponent in I think almost every battle. I don't think I've seen a rapper go against Twerk at this time that's even close to being as tall as Twerk. And Twerk dominates with his size. He talks down to you. He's talking, he's bouncing, and he's got it going. And then he leans on you, and he's talking down to you. He's in you like, yo, what? Pause. He's in you like, yo, I'm strapped in, and he's in your ear.
That
and
slogan is
talking
fire.
down. No, it's fire. But honestly, if I gotta call it, I'm gonna call it straight across the gate. I got Ill Will 2-1 clear. Ill Will's got too many rebuttals. He is too polished. His cadence, his flow, his delivery, his schemes, his wordplay. Twerk's not ready for that. He's not.
I would agree. I'm going to go with Ill Will in this battle because we're definitely going to see the Ill Will that we saw in round 3 against Rum Nitty. We're definitely going to see that Ill Will that we saw against round 2 against Briz Rothstein. We're going to see that Ill Will that we saw against Charlie Clips. Like because this is a type of reputation thing, the veterans against the newcomers. So I know from an assurity that the veterans of the game are going to come prepared to take heads off. They're going to come with thinking all types of schemes, and it's a small room, so they know how to work the smaller rooms. So I'm going to go with Ill Will, 2-1 clear.
Yeah, I got Ill Will, same thing. 2-1 clear, no debate. It's just going to be, he's just going to pretty much out-season Twerk. He's not going to out-rap Twerk. If he comes to play, Ill will out-season Twerk. Ill Will 2-1, so that's where we are with that one. What's next up?
We have Big T versus Mike P.
Go ahead. I'll let you go first.
You know, I like Mike P. I think Mike P is skilled. You know, he's coming up. He's showing his charisma. Big T is also a skilled opponent. But at his last couple of showings, Big T has not delivered. Like, I'm sorry to say it like that. We've seen better versions of Big T. Mr. Chalaka Abu, Mr. Blue Baka, you know, hold a piece behind the head. Like, this is the Big T that we've got accustomed to seeing. But as of late, we haven't seen that T. So, unfortunately, it's going to be one of those things. We're going to put a daylight syndrome on him that if he shows up, then it'll be a battle. Like, he'll win. I think so, at least 2-1, because I know that T's taking this personal. Like, he's analyzing everything because his rep is on the line. He's in a similar situation as QB. Like, he's in NWX and all that, yeah, but he has to show and prove. Like, Sean and DNA, they putting it down for the grain even. They putting it down for their team, right? But T has to prove. He has to show, and if he doesn't show up, then it might be a 3-0 Mike P.
Well, as much as I agree with you, I'm going to say that I disagree. I see this battle as a 30. Mike P in a 30, clearly, no debating. The Chalaka Abu effect is no longer. It doesn't translate anymore. It's not translating to these kids no more. I mean, it translates to us.
Right.
You know, Diddy was rocking with you. 50 was rocking with you heavy. I remember the whole Instagram thing. 50 was rocking with you crazy. No disrespect, and I respect the legacy of Big T, but he's got to move. He's stepping into the ring where everybody looks at Mike P. Mike P, salute to Mike P. URL, and URL rappers, understand that Mike P is not real deal. He is not real deal. Mike P has got bars, he's got cadence, he's got flow. He could switch up his delivery, funny, schemes. Mike P is not real deal, and real deal salute to you too. I heard you wanted to get at Mike P. I don't think you want that type of smoke. Mike P's bars, I don't see it. I see Mike P's bars translating bigger and better.
I see that as a boxer versus a slugger. Real deal being a slugger and Mike P being a boxer. Well, so it's gonna be a good fight.
Well, sticking to the script, I think that Big T is gonna go in there and think that he can joke this dude, and Mike P's gonna come in there. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna go to work, just like he said. They told you stepping in the ring with Mike. So when he told Twerk, and he's coming in there on some Tyson, I'm gonna take your head off. Mm-hmm. I got Mike P in a 30, a clear 30. Maybe not a. I'm not gonna call it a death. He ain't gonna die, but yeah, he's gonna be in ICU for a minute. He's not on life support. But he gonna be in the intensive care unit.
And this is why this is the BA.R.S. standoff, because we disagree at times too, but this is what it is.
Oh, facts. You should definitely go with that. Sure. What's next up?
I believe Rum Nitty versus Chef Trez.
Rum Nitty, Chef Trez. Let me go with this one. Rum Nitty and Chef Trez. This is gonna be a pen battle. This is gonna depend on who goes first. I honestly believe that the veteran move would be to have Chef Trez go first, because if you let him go second, he's going to hit you with 3 rounds of 3 of them things. He's going to hit you with 3 rounds, 3 rebuttals, and rebuttals already lean the crowd, which we need to talk about rebuttals, because to me, if the rebuttals ain't fire,
it don't count.
It don't count. But, you know, everybody's like, yo, it's a rebuttal, it's off the top. I get it, but if it's whack, I don't care that it was off the top.
Get this man around. You know?
I'm sorry.
That's a fact, though. I agree 110%.
That's not even a disrespect to Trez, because it takes skill to do that. Mm-hmm. Trez, Street Hymns, DNA, they fly with the rebuttals off the top. You got to give it up. But if your rebuttals are trash, I don't care that you gave me 3 of them. Mm-hmm. If they trash, save them. Just don't even do it. Go into your rounds. But Rum Nitty's angles, Rum Nitty's gun bars, plus it's been a while since Rum Nitty has been on the stage in a solo. We know he just came off the 2-on-2. I get it, but
who he had last?
His last solo was Tay-Rock.
His last solo was Tay-Rock.
And that was a very good showing. I don't know why people say, like, yo, Tay-Rock smoked this kid. To me, when I saw it on film, I know, right? I made the same face.
Sorry,
I saw it on film and I was like, I don't see the smoke. As a matter of fact, I got Rum Nitty on that.
And please understand, like, Tay-Rock is one of my favorite rappers. Like, I like when he gets in the "it's light and this is mosh," and he takes his hats off and throw it, and he's like sweating all crazy. I think it's dope. Like, I love Tay-Rock, but he took a L.
Jay Black, we could debate that. Vada Fly, what up, my dude? But yeah, if y'all want to debate that, we could debate that. Honestly,
he took a L, to my humble opinion, because he said, "Stick a Uzi down your mouth." That's how you mumble rap. Like, come on, bro, come on. So back to basics, right?
Okay.
Chef Trez, Rum Nitty. I'm gonna go with Nitty. I say Nitty 2-1, because Chef Trez is a puncher too, but Nitty is a consistent puncher. Like, he's on a tear. He's on a winning streak. Like, he's been taking heads off. You know what I mean? And this is nothing against Trez, because Trez is nice. I think Trez is dope. He could rap, but I'm gonna go with Nitty. Like, you know, it's a headshot. Your mom says they got the MOP can aim me up. Like, man, listen, I'm going with Nitty. I say Nitty. I say 3-0 debatable.
2-1 clear, 3-0 debatable?
Yeah.
That's
because remember, the main stage, Nitty has a different presentation. If you look at all his small room battles, when he battled Danny Myers, when he battled Av, like, the small room battles is when he gets off. He gets loose in a small room.
Well,
the main stage, we seen him with my bad. We seen him with Clips on the main stage. We saw him with Tay-Rock on the main stage, and it was like, okay, cool. But when you see him in those small rooms, that's when you see him get to work.
This is where we're going to differ, because honestly, I'm going to call this battle what it is. 100% debatable. It's going to be a 100% debatable, because at the end of the day, Rumney's going to hit him with the gun bars. Gunline King. I get it. That's dope. But Chef Trez has already showed that them gun bars don't really faze him. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about how he walked with the shotgun in his pants leg and he don't walk strange because he used to it.
Yeah, that was hard.
When he told Ryder that bar, when he was like, yo, dudes acting like they standing with the glizzy, and he was like, yo, I closed my eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because like I was getting shot. He talks that talk where you just used to it, and he's like, you can talk with them gun bars you want, but he's gonna stand in front of him and be like, yeah, all right, so what? You acting like we ain't got guns too, you know what I'm saying? And I think that it's gonna come down to, honestly, preference.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call it a debatable. It's a 2-1 either way.
So let me ask you, who do you think has better stage presence, Nitty or Trez? Because in the charisma aspect, because all those components matter when you battle. Like, if I'm a fan of Trez, he's never gonna lose. If I'm a fan of Nitty, he's never gonna lose. But when you look at it unbiasedly, like, you have to like look at all the components, and I don't think some components that Nitty has, Trez has yet. You know what I'm saying?
Trez can't command the stage like Nitty. He can't. That's one thing that he can't do. The other thing is that Trez needs to have his rounds more polished. He kind of ends rounds up in the air and then just walks away. Go. And it's like, what? Like, son, you built it all the way up, and now we like, okay, let's get into that last 4-bar setup. And then he's like, all right, go. And it's like, it's over. It's like not even a slogan, not even a time. Like, no, it's on you. Like, he just spits a bar and then walks off. And then just kind of waves his hand like, all right, it's over. And I'm like, on the polish aspect, you'd have to lean to Nitty 2-1. But when you talk about bars and performance and everything else, I'm going to call it, I can't really call it. I'm going to say it's going to be an actual debatable. If I have to call it, I'll lean Nitty. But honestly, I can't count Trez out. So I'm going to call it debatable straight down the
The truth of the matter is that all of the battles that we mentioned, first of all, shout out to URL, because every battle they put together, we all scratching our heads like, wow, it's going to be interesting to actually see the battle. It's not like all of these battles that they put together generate interest. It's not like, I don't want to see that. Like, I don't want to hear about, it's that venue like, yo, if I'm not there, I don't know what I'm going to do type of situation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
This definitely draws people in the building.
Salute to Beasley, salute to Smack. Yeah. Like, y'all did your thing with this one for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I will be in the building. Vada, what up? Pull up. You already know.
All right. So the last battle on the Born Supremacy,
yeah,
Born Legacy Supreme card. We have Chess versus none other than JC.
You want me to go?
Yeah,
okay. Now,
let you go.
Here's where we go. I got to straighten up in the seat for this one. We're gonna talk to Chess. Chess, big up, salute. You are killing them, straight up and down. You're killing them. You definitely are. You're soon to be, if not the face of the URL, you're soon to be the face of the URL. That's hands down. I ain't even gonna hold you. Now, you got Chess, Mr. Animation. His bars can get. He's got bars. He definitely showed off versus Tay-Rock. Tay-Rock first round, he's spazzed. He's lights out. He's spazzed.
Salute to Chess, because he's definitely spazzed.
Spazzed.
I was like,
woo! God, like
his first round was incredible. I salute you for that, bro. That was incredible.
Spazzed. Now you're talking about you're gonna have to do that 3 rounds in a row straight. I'm talking about you're gonna have to put in 3 Tay-Rock rounds in a row. 3 Tay-Rock first rounds, because JC is going to give you 3 top tier rounds. He's going to give you 3 first rounds. It's like JC don't write rounds 1, 2, and 3 where he tails off. He starts hot, tails off in the middle, amps up at the end. JC is like, okay, I'm going with straight fire, more fire, 3 3 rounds hitting you in the head. It's got to translate in a small room. I don't see it. I don't see it. I got Chess losing. I'm gonna say 2-1, and I'm taking back my 3-0 because of the Tay-Rock Chess round, and I honestly believe that Chess will get around, but 2-1 clear.
I think Chess is incredible. You know what I mean? Like, I want him to get his breathing right, his cadence better. Once he learns how to end a round, once he knows how to make, you know, his bars more impactful, that'll resonate not only for the fans, but for the fair weather fans, the one that don't really look at battle rap. So you have to write it so that it can, you know, please everyone, right? And once he gets that together, he's gonna be even more incredible than he is now.
And I don't even mean to stop you. I don't even mean to stop you, but Chess, Steamo, what up? You already know, Steams. You know what it is. This goes out to Chess. I'm letting you know right now. Off the rip, you know that JC is going to press smack for them 3-minute rounds. JC is not going to let you keep going for 6 minutes, for 8 minutes, like other rappers. JC going to be like, smack, time, smack, time him. Like, he's not going to let you flow off. And that can hurt you because you'll have a lot of heat still left in the tank. And JC will be looking at smack like, yo, time. We said 3.5 minutes. We said 3:30. Time. He's already 4:30. He's already 5 minutes in. Time. End him. Because, yo, if he keeps standing in front of it for 9 minutes, it makes him look bad because JC's going to give you 3.5 minutes of straight heat. So, honestly, Chess,
yeah,
I see you moving. I see you up and coming. I got to go JC 2-1.
Chess is incredible. I think JC's incredible. He's proven himself against like some of the most talented rappers. Period.
Thanks.
You know what I'm trying to say? He got, even if not, he won. It is a strong debate. You know what I mean? In
Thanks.
JC's case, right? So I'm gonna go with JC. I'm gonna go with JC. I give JC 2-1. I know Chess is gonna at least get a round and a half. Like, there's gonna be one round that JC clearly has, and one round that Chess has, and the edge would be probably like most likely the second round. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're not the edge, but you have that's who decide who wins in the second round, in my humble opinion.
Well, there's no debate that we know that the bars of the night, the best bars of the night, are gonna come in this battle. So, honestly, we hope everybody puts out their work. Once again, DJ Majestee,
Kavah King.
BA.R.S, Battle Rap Standoff. Do remember to go down bottom, subscribe, click that subscribe button, check out all the information. We're going to be back at it again another time. You already know.
Be blessed, y'all.
Easy.